So welcome to my workshop. It's about City Incubator. It's about platform for implementation of the ideas of young people in Ljubljana. And I'm really thankful that I have opportunity to discuss this program with you because I think you are really experienced and your feedback will be really great. So I'm Ksenja Perko. I am from Slovenia. Currently, I'm on the position of manager of public institution Young Dragons, which has 4 youth centers in Ljubljana. We are also coordinating the network of youth centers in Ljubljana. There is now 13 youth centers. We are also delivering the program as a City Incubator and a lot of different other programs, and we have really strong team of street youth workers. So I'm in the field of youth work 20 years now, and my real passion is how to move from the wish to idea and to realization. And I have really strong belief in youth potential. But maybe further on more about this. I will try to answer to 3 questions. The first is why. That is the most important questions we usually try to answer. And then is how, and on the last, what. Okay? So, you will see also some pictures of team and some of young people with their project. So this is the first group of this year, last year. And first why is our belief. Our belief that young people, they are not problem, they are potential, and they are having potential to create solutions for a society they live in. And starting point is for this program that they just need support, they need knowledge, and they need trust. And also space, not just physical space, but also we try to build the space in the city for their ideas. The really important perspective is the city perspective. Because we are public institute, this is very good because I tried some kind of the program as NGO, and as NGO you can do this kind of the program as project. So, and you are dependent on this financing as a project. So now it's really important difference that we are like public institution founded by municipality. So we have this stronger connection with the city, with the municipality. And the challenges of cities today are how to include young people, how to invite them to participate. So this is also the approach we try to address with this program. The good thing is that this kind of need is also in the strategy of the city for youth in Ljubljana. So we have this paper which can be our base for discussion for the money, for the other help we need. So this is the second group of this season of incubator. We see that a really important why, which we would like also to answer, is the challenges in our society, and that we need new approaches, because the old approaches, old way of thinking are bringing us on the same spot. And also we see again the young people as opportunity, as potential that they can bring to the society, to the city, these new approaches, new ways of thinking. And also we're trying to share in the city, also in the municipality, that young people, they are not a problem, they are change makers, they are young experts. So the also really important how we are doing it, this is the team. We are a small team, and we are trying to use holistic approach. So we are trying to really see the big picture, and we are trying to create this safe environment for the young people with the ideas. And in the educational process, in the learning process, we really welcome the mistakes, because the mistakes are opportunity to learn more, and also that you don't repeat. And we are talking about small projects, so it's no danger if you mistaken. So, and it's really important when they do mistake that they also can get some support, because their challenges are really sometimes really administration, how to prepare report, how to read contract, stuff like this. But I'm talking about also the students. They also have that kind of challenges. And as I mentioned before, as NGO, it's really hard to create sustainable model. So that's the positive thing, that we are public institutions, so we can build sustainable model of how to bring ideas of young together and how to help them that they realize them. And also that's on one side, but on the other side we also try to promote young people as change makers, also young experts, and not just, okay, they are like, they have problems, they don't have job, they want this, they don't go to the elections, and blah, blah. And also with the help of these young ambassadors, we are trying to promote also among young people that they have opportunity to change something to the city, in the city, and also to do something by themselves. And really important is this belief we have as a team, this mindset that we don't see young people as a problem, but that we see them as a potential. We discussed, Jonas, also some on other occasion in the youth center, how important is the mindset of youth worker who is working there. If it's like, oh, you need help, and it's like in this helping mood, or it is like, no, you can do it by yourself, I can support some things. Just try it, mistake is okay, and so on. So this is, I think, really important, this philosophical also approach we have. And we are like, that youth is equal to us. So sometimes it's hard, I must admit, also to you know, to stay on this, yeah. It's also challenging. But we are trying to this, as is like normal in non-formal education, but that we also are learners, that we are not in the shoes of like teachers or like very, very clever people, but also that we learn from them, and co-creating the program of implementing the ideas in Ljubljana of young people with them. So what is the content of this program? The City Incubator is like these short workshops, mentoring and financial support. When I'm saying financial support, this is our really small grants. It's about 1,000 euro per project. But we see it like this, you know, that this small project can be just one starting point to the bigger projects, because we are trying also to promote the Erasmus opportunities from Erasmus program. And also maybe some other startups opportunities they have. Because in our incubator are really different ideas. We don't support just business ideas or just, I don't know, this society or social ideas. We don't mind what kind of idea is, but we are trying to find out the social impact of this project on the city. So this is important also selection criteria we have. And as I mentioned before, I tried something similar like this before as NGO, but it was hard because in the end you are just you and this grant you have for the project, and then it's the end of the project. So you're not able to really continue and to grow with this program. So here is this really important, the collaboration we have. So, okay, in the center are youth and their ideas, and we are public institution. And then we have this city of Ljubljana as municipality, because we are somehow part of this municipality. So me as a manager of public institution, I have many, many doors open, really different as before when I was manager of NGO, small NGO, educational. So, and also we are trying to find youth organizations and youth-sensitive enterprises in Ljubljana, because they have this hosting role after selection and educational process. They are like incubators for this program, for this project. So, and if this young person doesn't find any youth organization, then we are like acting incubator. So we are doing basically this administrational part of the project. We are helping with that. Because as you will see after, when I will introduce to you this our learning aha moments, it was also in the first season we just give the money, this financial support for the project, we give the young person. But then was the problem with the taxes. So they paid more taxes. So we found out it's not a good solution to give money for the project on their account. So that's why it's also important to have this host organization, that they are supporting them mostly in this administrational part. So we have these three elements, and somehow we are organization, and it's really strong educational process, non-formal way, of course, and also this communication perspective, as I mentioned before, that we are communicating through this project that young people are potential, they are change makers, they are solution bringers to the city. We have, the program have 6 stages, 6 phases. The first is the submission of ideas through the online form. Then we have this educational process. Educational process, there are just 3 workshops. 3 workshops, and each workshop is in duration of 3 hours. So really short and intensive. And this is also our learning outcome, because in the first season of in 2016, yeah, that was the first season, we have this almost all day long workshop, and it was too much for them. We on the workshop we use all these icebreakers, games from our field, youth work, but they didn't like it. It was like for them, you are wasting my time. I just want to work on my project, and I don't want to listen all this project. And so it's really that they need, as we are changing a society to more individual, also they need more individual approach. So they don't want to have this team building and stuff like this. And after that, when we finish these workshops, and workshops are mostly about how you can articulate your idea and preparing to project plan. And in the end of these 3 workshops, they have 2 weeks time to prepare project plan and to apply with it for the grant. And then we have selection process where we are looking on this social impact, the project. And after the selection is mentorship and financing the project, and they have 6 months time to implement the project. So as you see, the whole program is really zipped. We started in October, so they will finish the project in June. Maybe just a little bit about the projects so that you will feel what kind of project we are talking about. The projects are really different. They are like from their needs, or they see something in the society, in the city they would like to change. This girl, she's an artist, and they need these references about they publish their work. So this is like cooperation of more artists, and they are preparing the magazine so that they will have this reference they need for further work. This is she's a student, and they are creating co-working space at the Faculty of Education. It is she's finishing, but they found out that they don't have at the faculty, they don't have any space for group work. So she organized the group of students, and they discussed with faculty, and they got the money from our City Incubator. So they are creating this space, not from themselves, but for other people they are on the faculty. This is innovation, technological. I don't understand really what they are doing, but it's about something about fermentation, and it's really, they are trying also to get some startup funds afterwards. So we are just this first step, which is really important. So they have something that they can apply for other things. This guy, he's really interesting. He tried to, this is project as you see for more tolerant Ljubljana. He's organizing the events for the kids from Asylum and from primary school. And they are doing this, I don't know how it's called in English, but these bird houses, you know, and this is and they are taking care of these bird houses together, these kids from Asylum and these kids, Slovene kids, so, okay. Let's play lacrosse. This is a guy who is delivering workshops on the streets at the youth centers, and he's trying to present this lacrosse. Do you know what is lacrosse? Is something with, yeah, okay. This Petra, she really likes German, Deutsch language and Germany and so on. And she found out that, yeah, that kids or young people in Ljubljana, they are not so fond of, yeah. So she is trying to deliver workshops and learning learning German language through the pop songs. So it's also really interesting, and also then she's trying to sell this model of workshops to this company, which is where you can learn languages. Each one, this is creating some educational process for hip-hop culture and artistic disciplines. These girls, they have this diabetes 1. It's like rare, and we don't know much about it, and they are trying to get more knowledge about this in the society, in the city. This is some small project, it's more intervention project. They create toilet in the little in the box, and then you go inside, and then you write your worries. And this is project for secondary school, and you flash it, and then you can also get some ideas if you need some counseling where to go. Yeah, this is really also interesting. She is having philosophical clubs, because they are like promoting that philosophy also has some answer for today's questions. So they are organizing. She's organizing clubs. This girl, she's doing some meetings for girls only, and this is really funny. We are trying in youth center to invite more girls, and it's challenging because we have more boys in the youth centers, which is common. It's not something special, but her program, she has full immediately. So we are now wondering what we are not doing good that the girls are not coming in our youth centers. So the need is there, but we don't know how to address it. She's trying, this is pilot project, she's searching for interesting older people who can be mentor or some kind of mentor of young people who are interested in some kind of different jobs. Oh, that girl, she's 18, and she writes the whole thing, and the music, the scenario, and she's also acting and directing the musical. And she brought together like 20 people from all over the Slovenia, from secondary schools. She's doing philosophical cafe. So she is doing interventions. She's just going to usual cafe, sit on one table, and she writes that she's there to discuss with whoever some questions you have with the help of philosophy. So there are some projects from previous years, but I think you get the feeling what kind of project we have. So our findings are like, yeah, they need a quick and really intensive process. They need really quick feedbacks, and they need some short homework, so that they, after workshop, they go home and to think about and to have some task to bring, so that they are, through the workshop, we are trying to build with them also the stuff they need further on for preparing the project plan. We found out also that we need to support these hosting organizations. It's not like, you know, when they are like incubators for this project in implementation phase, it also needs some work with them. As I mentioned, we have this financial transfer change because they are paying taxes if they got the money on their accounts. So our vision is to be really positive case of example of collaboration. On one hand, youth organization, municipality, city, and businesses. That's also the questions we have in this zooming, what is zooming out questions. And we also believe that that kind of collaboration brings to the city more good vibe and more good approaches and solutions. Okay, for the future we want more of everything, more hosting organization, more ideas, more money for that, everything more. So we would like to grow. And maybe also we are thinking that the City Incubator can be not just for young people, but all people in the city. Because also on the levels, there are a lot of discussion of this participatory budget, and maybe is that some kind of solution also for participatory budget. You know, some cities they have this model of participatory budget. They give really, I don't know, 1% maybe of all budget of the city to some stuff the citizens wants. So maybe is this also a solution for more active citizenship somehow, but not just for young people. We are trying to create model for them and maybe to have for all people. And our motto is for the communication outside that youth is delivering solutions for the city, not just for themselves, but also for the city. And when they are learned to implement the project, this small project, they also gain knowledge to I don't know, to lead or to manage more bigger projects. So my idea now, okay, and now our budget is like this for now. So we are not talking about a lot of money, because are like small grants. So this is for the city, as is Ljubljana. It's not a lot of money for, I don't know, for results like this.
We made a little drawing on all the nice things and the questions we had. So some great things is that it's bite-sized. It sows the seeds, free project formats, KISS, so keeping it simple, short and simple. So that's great. But then some questions is also. Is it a one-person show, or where is the social connection in it? Teams maybe would be interesting. What happens after the 6 months? Because it's relatively short, which is maybe good and digestible for young people. But then what happens after that? Is that then just, okay, bye-bye, gone and never again or something? What about visibility? So how to create a little bit more, spreading it out. And we thought that maybe could also be interesting if you want to grow, to also look at private funders or philanthropy, or in some countries we were talking that computer companies, they sometimes chip in a few €1,000 and stuff like that. So why not? Voilà.
Good, thank you.
We were in a luxury position, so Ksenja was around. So but we have 2 proposals more or less coming out of this. So we saw a huge potential also for intergenerational projects, and especially in neighborhoods where there are problems, challenges between generations, to see if such an invitation could be followed up by intergenerational project teams. And the second idea was to see, okay, what is the impact of this? Because within the project, if you conclude from them, there are interesting proposals for city developments, for city future development that can be really taken on a political level. And here, I mean, maybe this is our role. We were thinking, okay, how can we promote with Europe Goes Local, intercity use, or other measures, project people who are running these incubator-like projects, how can we support them going now the political step, meaning communicating this, trying to seek for long-term impact on city level? What do you do with public space? How do you work with participation of citizens? What impact it has on how do you build, what is on architecture, etc., etc. So this step, yes, there is interesting proposal for change, but what is the impact of it? Does it remain only in the little project and then their influence level, or is there a chance to lobby for wider impact? Because this is, if the city provides this fund, I would immediately go, okay, what do you want to get out of it, and how can you make an impact? So, but then here we can see, can we do it on European level? Can we support this, or is it already in the lobby of youth work, which is in Europe Goes Local, etc.? So this was our discussion also.
So yeah, we really liked the idea and the whole funding for individuals, because it's so different to a lot of funding. But the two questions this was we came up with were around how do you make sure that everyone knows about the funding, that it's the marketing and how to look at that, and then about how to ensure that it's accessible for everyone, because with different groups they might need additional support, or just would the funding be enough for some groups as well. So there are questions.
Okay. Do we have no? Okay. I just have a need to maybe explain how we promote this call for young people. We are using this city magazine of Ljubljana, which goes to each household in Ljubljana. And we are using social media, and we are using network of youth centers, and we are using also street workers to promote. So we are trying really to go to different levels with the informations. And this is really this big program for ideas, because also we would like to address this, as you mentioned, Rita, that also we would like to have impact on the other side, on the political side, not just for young. Because for this youngster with more special needs, we have different programs within the youth centers. We also support them to do some project, but not on the level of the city, but more on the small levels. So I should finish. You should have these 5 minutes for your zooming out questions. Thank you very much. I really feel grateful that I have this opportunity to get feedback from you. So thank you.
Thank you.